So YouTube, Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, y'all know the reason I'm on here. So it's no need for me to keep elaborating it. I just realized, you know what, man, people that familiar with my channel, they know why I'm on here. So I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. But I guess because it is a broadcast and I guess I'm trying to keep it organized, that's why I do that. So, but fast forward. Anywho, I wanted to change it up a bit. Reason I say change it up is a lot of my videos, I know the recent ones, of course, dealing with the end times, dealing with the current events of the world, even in politics, which still a lot of question marks because Obama supposed to be the last one. But then when I elaborated on it with Hillary and about the identity of Satan and all that, all the pieces adding up. But but aside from all that, mainly what I want to talk about, get right into the point, is for the ladies, especially within the black community, how to attract a guy that you want. How to attract the guy that you want. I was talking about this last night and giving a few pointers to some women and making a lot of points where they was like, wow, ooh, ah, never looked at it that way. So I'm like, you know what? I want to come on here and elaborate on that. And yeah, you see me to hold the top or whatnot, and I'm not trying to come off seductive or anything of that nature. It is summertime, where I'm at. It's warm, it's hot, and like I said, my house gets called like a deep freezer, but I'm lounging, I'm kicked back. So I'm like, this is appropriate, coming on here, I'm looking like, I ain't showing too much skin. It's not like I'm completely topless or whatnot. Plus, this is my little workout room you see behind me, so weights, punching bag, do some cardio, sit ups, and all that. So, hey, it's just I'm not doing a workout tip video, which I need to do, because not just knowledgeable when it comes to current events of the world and politics and all that, but also workout tips and working on vehicles and science and a whole lot of other stuff. So, a big bundle of talent. But, ladies, I don't mean to run none of y'all off on my videos. And what I mean is, I know I come off real serious and, humbly speaking, intellectual. And that can be very intimidating to some women. They can like, he looks cute, he look attractive, but he too serious for me. He comes off like he don't like to have fun, or he don't like to joke, or. So they can be intimidating. And some women can be frightened by a guy like that because they don't want to be married to Major Payne, or not married, just married, but dating or talking to Major Payne, someone that's already serious. But that's going to be another point in this video since Major Payne got brought up. All right, how to get a guy that you really want. All right, I'm going to do it differently. I got a few dating relationship videos from the past, so I figure I'd do an update on the current one. All right, number one, ladies, I know you get tired of the guy approaching you that you don't want to approach you. He like you looking good, you know what I'm saying? You trying to attract that right guy or that guy that's your type, and you're not getting that guy that's your type attention. It seems like he avoiding you or being evasive. So you end up getting a guy that don't want you don't want to approach you. And you wonder how I get him to come up to me, and the one I really want to come up to me, he not approaching me. He in another world, or he act like he don't see me. Well, it's time to lay it down because it's a lot of videos where you hear where I see women and you hear women talk about how to get a guy to approach you. Well, that works for them, but you got to hear from the source. And it's quite a few brothers, that and very few. I only seen like one or two, maybe three at the most, different guys that's doing it, how to approach, how to get a guy deal. And everybody has their different perspectives. So this coming from a guy that To this day, hell, a lot of women check me out. In the past, I was quite the pimp. I mean, all the women knew about each other. I was, and I'm not bragging about this. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm this trophy period. No, I'm just saying I'm coming from experience, me knowing. All right, the guy this classy, the one you trying to get to attract you. Number one, if you at a mall or somewhere, you in a public place and you just hanging out. All right, you see a guy, you like, he look good. He nice shape. He cleaned up pretty well or whatever the case. I wouldn't mind him coming my direction. Well, eye contact is one way of getting a guy attention. Constant eye contact, even if he's busy looking all over the place. He's, hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, oh, what's going on over here? He just constantly all over the place, and you're like, man, in order to get his attention, it's gonna be hard and difficult. So if he's that busy and active, then it may take for you to come up near him and make eye contact. You shy, because y'all creatures of hidden and gestures. So if you shy, it may take for you to come up near him and just look at him with a smile. And you can just gaze, just to stare, and you just smiling, the whole time. You just looking and smiling. And if you just looking and smiling, and that don't cause him to say anything, then you might ask a question, or you just give a look like you want him to approach you, you want him to talk to you. So you looking and smiling or whatnot, like I was just doing, and you like, you looking like, oh, okay, you see me looking at you, are you gonna approach me? So you want to communicate with your eyes, letting the guy know this is what you want. You want him to approach you. So for all he know is you could be just looking, and that's it. And some guys, which has happened, where a woman look at him and smile, and they go approach him, and they think that, oh, she wanted me to approach her. And when he go approach her, she like, no, I was just looking at smile, looking at way, smiling and being friendly. So the guy kind of feels embarrassed, like, oh, I thought she was checking me out. Oh, this is real awkward. Let me pull out immediately. You you want to give the guy a confirmation that this is what you want. He needs some sort of assurance that you want him to talk to him, because there are so many times where people get the wrong impression, thinking that this is what this person wants. They may be given the body language indirectly, but they don't mean it. So by them giving a body language indirectly and they don't mean it, that makes that person feel weird or awkward when they approach you. So it's like, oh man, I thought they was trying to talk to me. Wanted me to talk to him, but they didn't. So if you looking at this guy, you smiling, you ask him a question, and the question he asks is, "Are you from around here?" Or if he's just sitting by himself, you go sit next to him and look at him and smile. Like for another example, because there's so many. Like let's say you in a mall somewhere, or I say a public place, just hanging out. See that attractive guy? If you see him sit by himself and he's on the phone looking at texting, that's an indication as a welcome to that attractive woman, or that woman that he's trying to get to know. So if you go over there and sit next to him, look at him and smile, cross your legs and have one leg in his direction, that's body language symbolizing that you're interested, that you like him. Or if he's just, kind of like nonchalant, like, okay, hey, she's attractive, she sat next to me, she's showing body language, but I'm not sure. So he might still kind of be hesitant to speak or say anything. Then that's when, like I say, you looking with those eyes, you constantly doing a gesture. So if you have to lean down and look like, you know, are you gonna notice me? Like if you shy, that works. Like you like, man, intimidated, by him. So I don't know what to say. So you can give gestures, you can give body language, and of course y'all know how to flirt. If the conversation is taking place, how y'all do the little hand deal, like, "Oh, you so funny," and rubbing a hand on the guy, touching, making contact, of course, which increases comfort. So I can be able to touch this person, I can be able to lean up on them and laugh. You know, you building up comfort, of course. That's understandable. So in cases like that, so when, like I said, you see a guy, the one you want to approach, gotta make eye contact. You gotta let him know this is what you want. You gotta show him through your body language, through your signs, this is what you want. You want him to approach you. Because some of you see this guy and you just hoping that he notices you and hoping that he approach you. You're not showing any type of signs that that's what you want. So if you're not giving me any type of signs that's what you want, how you gonna know to approach you? How you gonna know, hey, she gave me eye contact or she gave me signs to come away. So let me come away. You gotta show him this is what you want. Like I said, staring at him, smiling. Then the reason I say the eye contact and smiling is because it's like you fantasizing about him directly to him. So in other words, you sitting there, and you smiling and you staring at him, and he probably be looking at his phone or something, like got my phone here, so he looking at his phone and oh, okay, and let me text my buddies, keep texting my buddies here, and then he looks up and he see you over there just you know you steady looking and smiling, so let me call my buddies right back, or let me text them right back. Hold up. So he instantly looking, and when he looks your direction, still making contact, still smiling. So a simple hi, simple. Or want to go vibe with it. The brothers, man, what's up with you? What's going on? And what's going on? Instantly, instantly, make connections. Cause I mean, reason I'm bringing this up, going, oh man, so hard to find. I can't attract the man I want. You have to let that man know that this is what you want. I mean, even directly saying it, that's even bolder, but of course, you don't know if he with somebody, you don't know if he married. So of course, to just come out and say, "Hey, I want you to come talk to me," that'd be kind of weird and awkward, right? So y'all, since y'all creatures of hidden and clues, like I say, you looking, you smiling, or you come over, you cross your legs and one leg in his direction, you sit next to him, and you like put your face on your hand like this and look at him while your legs crossed and one arm is under there supporting the shoulder, so you sitting there looking with your legs crossed. That right there is a sure gesture and a sure sign to let him know you want his attention. You want him to talk to you. Where he's gonna look and, she really is noticing me or really focusing on me, checking me out. And then in some cases, like if I said a park, the mall, whatever the case, if you sit close to him. Like let's say you at a mall is sitting on a bench or somewhere and you sit near him and you sit close. So let's say you get up and act like you straighten up your dress. Like you pulling your dress down a little more, a skirt a little more. So when you get up acting like you pulling your skirt down up a little more, instead of sitting in the same exact spot, you want to sit closer. So you getting up, you dust yourself off, and then you sit down and a lot closer than you were sitting to him at first. And you do the same exact gesture where you look at him with a smile, and like I said, you got your cutesy face on. So by you having your cutesy face on, that's gonna get his attention. Cause we visual creatures. Believe me, some guys, the classy, decent, respectable ones, we want to say something. We want to approach you, but we need a sure sign because we 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 men of respect, we men of class. So we want respect in return for what we give. So if we giving you respect, we want that back. We don't want to bother someone that don't want to be bothered. So we are going to kind of gradually, make sure that hey, this is what she wants. Because nobody want to come up and say, hey, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. All friendly and nice, and then you, well, whatever. You blot him out, and he's like, whoa, that was insulting. So by giving it certainty, that helps boost the guy confidence up and to make the move even more. Because of course you're like, well, he's the man, so by him being a man, he's supposed to approach me and engage in conversation and try to make something work. But you have to give some sort of sign that this is what you want. So, but it's a lot of other points that I made yesterday, as far as which I don't want to go full in detail because I went almost like 3 hours strong on a lot of stuff. And the other points I want to make, which mainly is relationship wise, is how far as women that get with a guy, they okay. I'll make a couple of points, and then I will get ready to close. But I ain't gonna go as in detail as I did yesterday. Another thing is when it comes to the attraction part, like I said, eye contact, smiling, show yourself friendly, sit next to the guy. You want to show gestures that this is what you want. Or if you get in a conversation with the guy and he's trying to pull away, like, oh, all right, then, it was nice talking to you. And, you reel him in. You keep that conversation going. You're like, hey, where you going so fast? I'm enjoying our conversation. Like, if you let him know you're enjoying the conversation, he's going to go even further. He's going to sit there and talk to you even more. But if you're showing any signs of unconfident disinterest, then the decent, classy guy is going to pull away. Versus the guy that has nothing to lose, he going to keep going regardless if you showing him signs or not that you interested. He going to keep going. I mean, whether you're interested or not. Because he don't care. He not the respectful, classy type. But one that's respectful and classy, they gonna be like, oh, you know what? Let me withdraw. I ain't gonna make her upset or whatever. I'm finna bounce. So he trying to leave. Oh, where you going? I'm enjoying our conversation. Oh, she said she enjoying the conversation. Let me keep it going. You know. Now, when it comes to another thing where I mess up at is remember that boyfriend girlfriend is optional. Commitments are in marriages. That's where commitments are in covenants. Boyfriend and girlfriend is optional. So if you have a boyfriend that's a deadbeat, that's he can't afford to buy you nothing, so he doing a lot of selling. So what I mean by he doing a lot of selling is he's selling you a lot of false hopes and dreams because he can't afford you. So that's why he doing all this selling. The one who can afford you, and I'm not saying money wise, but it's knowing your self worth. So the one that can afford you to be there for you when you need him to treat you to things to let you know you special, he can afford that. He not gonna sell lies because he's doing a lot of buying and basically investing because the guy that's got something going for himself has an investor's mentality. He thinking, is this worth my time? Is this worth my effort? And monetary wise, is this worth my money? So, but the one that's the deadbeat that he can't afford you, so he going off game. And what is game? Game is a whole lot of philosophies and theories. So he going off a bunch of lies in order to keep you. So here it is. You got this guy that you thinking is one day gonna be a potential CEO of a Fortune 500 company that's sitting at home playing video games or barely holding on to a job and barely can afford to help you put groceries in the house. And the guy who has it together comes and approach you and showing interest, you end up, not welcoming this guy into your life as a friend and trying to get to know this guy because out of respect, which it is respectable, you want to be faithful to the deadbeat. So now I'm already in a relationship. So you being faithful to this deadbeat guy really ain't worth being faithful to in the first place or respected in the first place. So then a month or two later, sometimes shorter than that, sometimes maybe as long as 6 months if it go that long, you end up breaking up with the guy. And now you having regrets of the guy you thought that was sexy, cute, attractive, whatever the case. Man, I should have got his number. Now you mad because you know you had a guy that was better to approach you, and you end up blowing him away for a deadbeat that really ain't worth nobody keeping. See, one thing about men, we smart enough to know that, hey, this woman, she really ain't worth nothing. She really ain't talking about nothing, but she'll do for now. But the minute that woman that comes along that looks just as good or look better and got a lot more going for her, and a person that's easy going, she can mentally stimulate his mind, encouraging and building him up. Well, what you think he gonna do? He gonna end up leaving you for her, right? That's a lot of cases. And then women like, how you leave me for this bleak? How he choose her over me? But because she got more going than you, or she has more personality. It's always for different reasons, of course. So it has more going for personality, whatever the reason may be. So something to think about. If you see better approaches, why not go for better? If you see that you had a $20,000 a year job, you got an opportunity for an $80,000 or $100,000 a year job, why settle for less when you can have more? Life is about enjoying the best and getting the best. So why would you settle for less? So that's another screw up that y'all make is you see this guy come along that you know is much better in a much better position, and you committed to a guy who a deadbeat like he's your husband. Now, if he do have a husband like that, that's different because you're in a covenant. You spoke vows or whatnot. So you being in a covenant and spoke vows, that's way different. But a guy that's you dating, I mean, if he a boyfriend, that's optional. That is optional. You technically you still available. You still open because you're not married to anyone. So technically you're still available. You just dating someone. So she cheated and this and that. Well, actually, if you want to be technical and honest, cheating, period. In this case, all of us cheat because cheating, period, across the board is when we date someone and we sleep with them and we interact with them as if we marry. Actually, that's cheating because we're not supposed to taste the fruits into marriage. So a lot of us taste the fruit before we get married. So that's cheating, period. So cheating is already going on across the board if you want to be technical and honest. That's cheating. You're not supposed to lay with that person into marriage. So everybody's cheating. So a person is dating someone and they end up going to sleep with somebody else or interact with somebody else, like, oh, they cheating on me. No, well, they cheating in another aspect. Both of y'all cheating as far as when it comes to the sanctity of marriage. Both of y'all cheating. Both of y'all fornicating. So you already cheating anyways, because you're supposed to be married. So technically, everybody cheating that sleeps outside of marriage. Everybody cheating that participates in it. So, but that's another thing. You see better come along, go for it. You only got one life to live. Why deprive your opportunity of being happy? Why do that? Because you decide to be faithful to somebody that ain't worth it. That don't make sense. And the other points I want to make was, and this is both ways, where you got guys that advertise, and where men and women that advertise, and then you got some that do a presentation. The ones who advertise are the people that's fake. They gonna tell you what you want to hear, but not what you need to hear. You know, the ones that's do a presentation, that's that investor mindset, that's on their business level. The ones that got something to bring to the table, they gonna lay out all the details about what they're about, what their expectations are, and what they can do, what they can provide. And by their background proving that they can back it up, they mean what they say. So these usually are people of their word, because their background shows that, their reputation, their character shows that they keep their word. Versus people that advertise is not everything that it seems. It's not it's not everything that they say. They say this, and this, but in reality, it's not everything as what they threw out there or what they display. So that's advertising. So you like, man, they told me they was this. They told me they was that. That's advertising. But the one that's real presentation, they gonna detail by detail on what they can and cannot do. They gonna let you know, hey, this is what I'm about. This is what I'm on, and they have the proof and evidence with their own personal background and witnesses from others. Well, others witness and can attest to that, yeah, they really about that life. They really that person that they say they are. And we witnesses to it. So the big difference on that. So the advertising and the presentation. And a lot of you fall for guys that advertise. But the one that's real, he ain't finna play games. He not finna start off playing games with you. You know, he gonna start off being real. And because he real, that doesn't mean he's boring. That's just a true man. A man, he responsible. You know, he about handling his business. And another point I ended up making was that on the fun guy and the responsible, the real guy, it's a difference in a person making time for you and time to have fun with you. It's a big difference with that. The difference in time with you is they make time to hear your personal thoughts, how you feel. They make time to talk, to discuss things, to try to resolve issues. That's making time for you because it's all about you. But making time to kick it with you and have fun with you is not spending time with you. It's doing activities with you. So that's a big difference. Where it's not time for you, but it's time for activities with you. See the big difference. Like, man, let's go out to the mall. Let's go out to eat and stuff like that. Like, if it's something that's involving entertainment, then it's not direct time with you because it's entertainment involved. Direct time with you, one-on-one conversations. Like I said, deep personal conversations. And anytime that a man or a woman, is both ways, says, well, hey, let's talk. We need to sit down and talk. Oh, I ain't got time. It's like every time you want to sit down and talk and be serious, they don't make time for that. But when it comes making time to kick it or making time to try to help you out, I mean, like, well, yeah, that as well. But when it comes time to try to kick with you or hang out or have fun, because they're helping you out, gonna even fall in the category of not having time for you, because that involves personal. You need personal help. So helping you out, oh, I ain't got time for that. So, but I said when it comes to kicking and having fun, oh yeah, I'll be over there, or I'll be over there in a minute. You know, they got time for that. You got time to lay up with you, got time to have fun with you, but they don't have time for you. And then that's when it's, I thought he loved me, when he moves with another one. How you could think that he loved you when he never made time for you? He made time to do things with you that was to his interest, his liking. But when you wanted to do things that went to his interest or liking or her interest or liking, all of a sudden she don't got time or he don't got time. So, hey, you want to talk. This is a particular interest of you. They don't have time to talk. See, that involves you reflecting your feelings and what you truly about. So whenever a person don't make time for you, in particular, to hear you out and what you about, your likes and dislikes, that person not worth being with. And a lot of you get involved with guys that they don't make time for you to hear you out, what you on, what you about. They only make time for hanging out with you and going out. And that's why a lot of cases you see like in sitcoms and stuff where guys be sitting back and a woman be talking about her problems and what she going through at work and what he doing. He tuning it out like watching TV like, man, I really don't want to hear this. So that right there, that showed that he really not into her like he should be. He into what he can get out of her or what he enjoy out of her. So basically, she's a fun girl. So when you get with a fun guy, this man, he real fun, cool to hang out with. Well, he's gonna look at you as a fun girl. He only gonna look at you for fun, but he not gonna look at you for who you are. So if it does not involve fun or kicking it and hanging out, he not interested. And vice versa, she not interested. Because when it comes to your personal beliefs or your personal feelings, they showing you that they're not interested in you, but just hanging out and having fun with you, but not you, your personal self. So that was another point I wanted to make. And I'm trying to think some other points about the advertising and making time. I think it was one more. But yeah, but that was just a couple of points I wanted to make on that, on the dating or whatnot, and where a lot of our sisters go wrong. So, but just you say ain't no good men out here, ain't no good women. No, we out here. It's just you got to remember that the men, and this same matter towards the women, but both male and female. But the men that you seeking, they worked hard to earn the respect that they earned to get to that certain point that they was trying to get to. They work hard to get to that. So they not finna let you come to them no any kind of way. They don't have time for games because they already had to play a lot of games in order to get to the level that they hit. And what I mean is a lot of games coming their way and they trying to be serious and people playing games with them about their success, about their upcoming, about their prosperity. So when they encounter all these different games, like what took place in the 50s and 60s, when a lot of games was getting played with our ancestors about equal rights, when a man like that, a woman and fought a lot of battles like that in order to be stable and successful, they really ain't got time for no games when they already had to play so many games in order to be where they at, in order to be successful or to try to have something in life. Because there's so many people that's fake and full of games. And so you gotta keep that in mind. Like if you got all these people that's fake and full of games, why would you be about games on somebody that you're really interested in or you trying to get to know? You trying to date them, you really like them. Why would you blow that? Why would you jeopardize that opportunity? So that's just things to think about. Like it's not, oh, he's not fun or he takes stuff too serious. It's a lot of circumstances or things in this world that forced him to be serious. So these things forced him to be serious. That's why he did wait. And sometimes, which was the other point, last point I wanted to bring up is because if a guy looks mean all the time, or like he looking mad, and you ain't do nothing to him, it may take you to make that person smile. It may take you to say something that is irresistibly funny or irresistible charm, where even if they try to resist your charm, they see it's difficult because it has a deep penetrating effect on their spirit. So you like, how do they do that? I'm mad and they making me smile. They making me laugh. Well, that's a gift that you should cherish because a lot of people like that in this world are highly appreciated. Where you can make people smile or you can make people feel good when there's so many reasons for them to be down or to be miserable. So that's a gift. But that decent guy might be one of the ones going around like a bull all the time. And it's not that he a killer or something like that, because if you familiar with his reputation and if you familiar with his background, or if you heard of his reputation and background, like he's a good guy, successful, this, and that, it could be that it's a lot of bitterness because of certain things that he trying to achieve he cannot achieve because of the people around him. Like people look mean and bitter for different reasons. Some miserable and some because they care. So if some because they really care, then of course that's probably the reason why they're bitter. It's because they really want to make a difference and they see the difficulty in trying to make that difference. So it's just so many different reasons why people look that way. Now with females, with child is different. Could be PMS. It could be you mad at one person, so you want to try to take it out in the world. But you got some men that's like that as well, unfortunately. So, but I just wanted to share that, and hope y'all blessed by it as always. And like I said, ladies, I hope you taking notes because it is still a chance to find love and find that guy that you really want. You just gotta communicate the right way. Don't give the wrong signs to make it seem like you're a stuck up itch. So don't give signs like that and welcome that guy. And you'll be amazed. Like how did the problems you actually might be facing or you might be dealing with, how he can really help you resolve. But if you know you got a lot not going for yourself, then how can he help you? He can't help him. And that was one more last point is if a man can't take care of himself, how can you expect him to take care of you? If a man can't take care of himself, how can you expect him to take care of a child by you? And he barely can take care of himself. So if a man is good at taking care of himself, of course he's gonna be good at taking care of you. Because you got a lot of guys, they good at taking care of themselves and their children. It's just when it comes to trying to take care of a woman, she don't want to cooperate because being stubborn, self-centered, and hard-headed, and a whole bunch of other stuff. That he like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna be by myself for a minute, in order to keep a peace of mind. So, yeah. So I'm leaving it at that. Like I said, I hope y'all got insight. And I said, decided to do it differently. So as always, peace be unto you all in Christ for life.